There's no mic.
The figure of mic. You're the mic.
I'm the mic. Glad to be here with Chris and Sean. Sean and I were in grad school together. I wrote him a letter one time, and I told him that he was mean. We did a workshop, and then I think we had a mutual respect after that.
I want to see
And,
that letter. I want to see that letter.
You don't remember? Okay, it's fine. I chose a poem from Kimberly Alidio, who was here a few weeks ago, coming through town. We met, and it was wonderful to be in her presence again, but I know she knows you as well. So I'm just leaving Chris now. Q, what do you come from? A, animals distorting. Kitten wriggling through, stuck shimmying, ass communicating like bees. Small thing running away from a dog's bark screaming. I want to play with you and kill you too. Dog wriggles on its leash, darting diagonally, sending electronic mail up my right forearm. Wouldn't kill a thing. Has the genetic makeup to kill. Chickens massacred quietly by stray cat immigrants. Greasy the rooster and his bitches. That dead pimp and his ragged ass, no tail feathers to speak of. That was Kimberly Alidio. I posted her blog on my Facebook today. She's amazing. And this, everything I'm reading today was written in the past 2 weeks. Forgive me for the crazy spewing and sloppiness, but it is what it is. And this page is written from Monday night. It's just been fucked up a couple of weeks, but 7:15:13. How can anyone sleep? Some people said on the internet. How can anyone ever wake up? We were out in the streets and screamed a lot, and maybe it helped, and then left to see the film Fruitvale Station at 8:15, and then came back out, grateful for having grieved collectively in public, and my body was shaking so bad I had to hit my arms to stop, and I was scared my leg would start surging and flailing again, and I would not be able to walk, and I was angry. I was very angry. Wanting to hold hands with someone I don't know. Then we went back out. Someone I didn't know fell down, he got hit, and then I sat with him, and then the beautiful nurse came and the beautiful medic after we yelled for them, and I wanted to keep laying my hands on him. I wanted him to be okay. I wanted to give him space, but I wanted him to know he was loved. I wanted to know how to do that thing, to just put my hands around there until he was okay. It felt helpless, but something. His eyes were closed and he clutched himself, but he was talking. His shoulder had been hit by something shot by the cops, and then they looked at his shoulder and the skin looked thankfully clear, and the skin was different, but the pain was obvious. And then a friend took him to the car and took him to Highland because everyone knew the ambulance wouldn't or couldn't come here. And then the three of us went to a bar, and then we saw the same beautiful nurse that helped him there as she was leaving. And then the three of us had a conversation with some crazy man from Zimbabwe who said he loved Mugabe and hated protesters and told us we should go to Dubai sometime to hang out. And I said, I can't go there, I'm broke. And he said, you can do anything, you're white. And then the next morning at a stoplight, the young man who was hit last night is standing there on the corner right outside my house, describing the situation of his shoulder being hit by something thrown by cops to a friend on the phone. And I hear him out of the car. And from the passenger seat, I yell out his name, which is a mistake. And he corrects me, and I say, are you okay? Are you okay? I was with you, but you didn't see me. And he says, yes, I'm going back out again tonight. Okay, and this is the long, long one. Written in the last 2 weeks. And it is definitely partially heavily inspired by Alana, who is here in red. Differences and shadows. The nausea started then. I ignored it and figured it would pass, sinus or stomach. Not sure. Didn't want to eat. Dizzy 75% of the day. When moving, I felt better. When moving fast, biking, sweating, but the stillness for 2 weeks made it present. July 2, received email from Anne. My sister is dating someone the family can't deal with. But. Quote, I could have cried with joy when I saw how they were together. I was so seriously relieved that she wasn't with some psychopath again, just a person that she seemed at ease with, without pressure, without fear, without giving up herself for once in her life. They are even volunteering at a nearby youth center together once or twice a week because they have a common friend working there. Just hanging out and being with kids, teaching art and such. I have never seen her in such a good place, unquote. But now she puts on a backpack overstuffed with shit and rocks from this family. She is carrying more shit and rocks in a backpack because her current life choice included a relationship with someone with the following qualities: who she had a slowly growing friendship with for a year before dating, who took her to a hospital when she needed it, who laughed with her a lot, who stuck up for her and for others in the house against the losers that pissed on the porch of the other black man living in the building, who bought our mom dinner, who went to work instead of stealing my sister's money, who baked a pie for their friend going into the military. Someone whose only difference was he was black. This is an old and tired story. While the boy they approved of for a while and didn't question for quite a time, a year or so, had the following qualities. Left her cruel pranks like, your panda is dead, with a stuffed panda bear under a dirt pile. Cut his skin in front of her and told her she made him do it. Wrecked 3 cars. Sexually harassed everyone on his parents' street using an internet phone system for the deaf, just to embarrass his parents, who he was mad at, and was caught and in the news. Took my sister's money for cigarettes and beer. Openly hit on other people on MySpace and ran away out of town to see them. Hit on her own sister in front of her. They gave him chances. He was white and Catholic. He was white and Catholic and served his country. Let's give him another chance. And somatically, one could see all this just by looking at her body next to either one. The one she stood next to was stiff fear, and the other she stood next to with a flowing relaxation. And I just want something to be right, written, witnessed. I found the shadow when I was talking to friends. The shadow choked me because the shadows were such different things for different people. The shadow is not cast by the person. No one chooses their own shadow. I still must address the shadow directly.